So this morning I was doing some editing for this Vinaya book, and the master who's teaching was talking about the 6 harmonies and about how the Sangha functions together. And he was really emphasizing that everybody works together, seeing themselves as part of the same organism. So everybody is equal in terms of having different jobs, and the jobs are often rotated so that you wind up doing different jobs at different times. And even though the jobs are different, everybody is contributing, and the fact of contributing is what makes everybody equal. Yeah. And so within that, you don't have some people who are more important, some people less important, some people who have more power, some people who have less power, because everybody expresses their ideas and their opinions. We're talking here about the fully ordained community, that they all express their ideas and opinions, and everybody is equal in that way. Even though their different jobs in the monastery may not be equal. Yeah, are you getting what I'm saying? Like, the equality isn't that my job has just as much work to do as your job, and everybody's job involves the same amount of time. That's not where the equality is. The equality is that everybody has the mind of, we are working together for the same goals, we are part of a group, and we are working for the benefit of everybody involved. And that's where the equality lies. Yeah, that nobody is saying, I'm more important to the group than somebody else. Okay? And so I was just contemplating on that, because when, you know, in the ancient times, the lay people would invite Sangha members to come for a meal. And they were supposed to invite people in order. You know, you start with the most senior, and whoever is, you know, next, according to how many people they wanted to invite. You know, you start with the senior and you invite that one, and then the next day somebody else asks for monastics, and they want to offer to 3, so then the next 3 come, and then the next day somebody wants to offer to 2, and so the next 2. So you go in this order, and it's by rotation, yeah? So the lay people don't say, I want so-and-so to come because I like them better, or I want so-and-so to come because they're an arhat, and I get more merit. Yeah. No, but people who really have faith in karma, this is their consideration, and they want to invite. We shouldn't laugh at this, you know. They want to accumulate merit, and they want to invite the people who have high realizations. Yeah. But the Buddha was explaining that if you have a big mind and, you know, think, okay, when you are inviting the Sangha in order, yeah, each one is like embodies the Sangha of the 10 directions. You know, each one is part of that community that is functioning together as a whole organism. So when you invite one, it's similar to inviting all in terms of the merit that you create. Yeah, because your offering isn't just to so-and-so, your offering is to the Sangha of the 10 directions, which includes even more than the people who are living at one particular monastery. It includes, you know, all the ordained people. Yeah. So that's also, you know, when there's teachings in Asia, or sometimes here too, you know, people make offerings to, the teachings are all given freely, like when His Holiness teaches, but everybody is so eager to make offerings, because when you offer, even you offer just a small amount, it's divided up equally amongst all of the Sangha. So you are offering to the entire Sangha. And if you're especially concerned about wanting to offer to people who have realizations, surely within a huge gathering like that, there are going to be those kinds of people. Yeah. Whereas if you have a mind that I'm just offering to one person, you know, and it happens to be this one who I'm selecting for whatever reason, then you're missing out on creating that big mind. Okay? So I was really, you know, rather touched with the way he was speaking about that, you know, and especially, you know, as Sangha members, because sometimes issues of equality come up. How come so-and-so can do this, but I can't? Or how come I can't do this, but so-and-so can? We sound like little kids sometimes, you know? How come so-and-so gets to go and I don't get to go? You know? But we have to realize that some decisions are made according to what is best for individuals at a certain point of time, or what is best for the community, you know, in a particular situation. So it may look like some people are being treated differently, but actually everybody's being treated the same in the sense that their personal situation is being taken into consideration. Okay, this sounds strange, because sometimes you think, well, so-and-so gets to do that, how come I can't? You know, and I try and say, well, because, you know, you have different personalities, you have different karma, you need to do different things at, you know, in your practice at certain times. Yeah, so it looks like difference, but actually it's equality in the sense that everybody is being taken into consideration. If, you know, and their personal situation taken into consideration. Otherwise, if you want flat out equality, then everybody here would be equally working in the forest for the same amount of time. Because if you want that kind of equality, everybody's equally going to be schlepping logs for an equal amount of time. Is that going to be helpful for the community? No. Okay, will it be helpful for individuals? No. Okay, so we take different people's different situations into contact, and that's where the harmony lies. It isn't a flat out equality like, I wash 3 dishes, so you have to wash 3 dishes, and you have to wash 3 dishes, you know? And if we have that kind of mind, then we're going to be very discontent, and we're actually going to sow the seeds of disharmony in a group. Yeah, because we're always going to say, well, you know, I washed 1 more dish than somebody else, and this is, you know, it's not equal around here. Yeah. Or so-and-so, you know. It's very interesting to see what we consider privilege, you know. Because one person may say, well, so-and-so gets to go to town to run the errands, because they're thinking, oh, that means freedom, and I get to drive the car, and I'm out in the world, and I get to see some interesting things, and it's a break from what I'm doing, so I want to go run the errands, and how come so-and-so gets to do that and I don't? And somebody else is going to say, oh, thank goodness so-and-so's running the errands. I hate doing that. Yeah? So sometimes it depends. I've watched my teachers, you know, the equality is the person who doesn't want to run the errands runs them, and the person who wants to run them stays home, you know? Because that's the way that you need to do it to train the people. Yeah. So it's not inequality, it's equality in kind of helping everybody to grow. So what you were advised as a teacher, because kids are always saying, you know, that's not equal, is to say it may not be equal, but it's fair. Yeah, because people's personal situations are being taken into consideration that way. Yeah. It's interesting how we equate equal and fairness. Yeah. Fair, no, not if I get to, fair is I get to do what I want. Yeah, what I like, that's fair. Yeah, unfair means I have to do what I don't like. So in the Singapore government, you rotated positions, and it is very good for stopping corruption, you know. And people do build up their empires. You know, we see that in the monastery too. People have their own area of expertise, and it's like, don't you give advice for my area. This is my responsibility. Keep out of it, you know. And yeah, we protect our little area. And you know, in the Chinese monasteries, they really rotate things. Now, some jobs it works out well to rotate. Other jobs it doesn't work out well to rotate. Like working in the forest wouldn't work out well. Okay, some things that require specific kind of skills that not everybody has, or not everybody can learn easily. You know, that's not so good to rotate. But still, within the people who have those skills, it can be rotated. Yeah, but you know, we're sentient beings, and there's always the temptation to establish our own little empire. I mean, we do it in the meditation hall too. You know, this is my seat. Yeah. You moved my seat? Yeah. You took something off of my table? Well, actually, you know, the things have fallen off because you have so many things on there. Yeah. But we can get quite possessive over certain things. Yeah, this is my computer. We forget that all the computers are owned by the monastery.